Hey guys, today let's start with very important concept of Python, that is control flow statements. Now, when I'm talking about control flow statements, what it means is now any kind of program that you write is regulated by various types of conditional statement, loops, and function calls. Now, by default, the instructions in a computer program, any program that you write, are sequential or in a sequential manner. That is from top to bottom, they go sequentially from start to end. However, this kind of sequential programming, when I'm saying sequential programming, you remember we have written a program of uh, printing something like A or B. Those are sequential programs. There is no decision involved in those programs. So these are very simple tasks or simple program that has to be executed. However, what we really need is why do we write programs? To make decision. It has to have a decision making ability. Yeah. So that it perform different steps depending on different conditions. So why do we have a control flow statement is to uh, is to perform diff steps during different conditions. Yes. Now, most of the programming languages, including Python, okay, provide functionality to control the flow of execution of instructions. Normally, there are two type of control flow statements. Okay, uh, in any programming language, and Python also supports them. So this the two types of control flow statements. First is decision making statements. Yes, this will involve if else. Yeah, everything has to be in small letters. You cannot have capital letters. If else, we have uh, if l if else. Yeah, then we have match case statement. Again, it has to be small. Match case statement. Yes. So these are various decision-making statements that are being used. We also have nested ifs. Yeah. So these are decision-making statements. We'll see one by one as we go ahead on this. Next, that we have now the decision-making statement. When I'm talking about decision-making statement, we will go ahead are used in Python programs to make them able to decide which of the alternative groups of instruction to be executed, depending on value of a certain Boolean expression. Okay, so now when I am talking about decision-making statements, yeah. So this is the definition on it. Decision. Yeah. Next, let me make it bold. Yes. Yes. Next, we have is loops or iteration statement. This is also one of the control flow statement. So loops or iteration statements. Yes. Now, what are loops or iteration statement? Now, most of the processes require a group of instruction to be repeatedly executed. So in programming terminology, it is called a loop. So it flows in a loop unless and until you tell you if it fulfills a particular condition or you specifically stop it. Yeah. Stop it using a jump statement. We'll look at the jump statement as well separately. So instead of the next step, if the flow is redirected towards any earlier step, it constitutes a loop. Yeah. So it will usually move in a loop. So this is a loop statement. So how would a decision look like in if I have to show it diagrammatically? I'll put it here. Decision. Let me see if I am able to put the image. Yeah. So it will look this way. Yes. So just give me 1 minute. I'll move to the next. So it will look, if you see on the right hand side, just move this a bit lower. We'll move the definition a bit lower. So let me go to the next line so that you can view it properly. Yes. So this is a decision making statement. So if you pass on some decision, it will either go to a true or a false. So there will be two outputs out of it. Yes. So that is what a decision statement would look like if I have to draw it diagrammatically. But in loop, if I have to put it in a diagrammatical manner, let me put the loop iteration. It will look like this. Yeah. So it moves to the next statement, loops back, moves to the next statement, loops back. Yeah. So there are two types of loop statements. That is for loop, yeah, and while loop. So you have two types of loop statement, that is for and while. Let me make it bold. Yeah. Next, on our let's start jump statement. Now, these are not control flow statement, but these are used to control the manner in which decision making or the loop statement will work. Yes. So these are basically to control the behavior of loop or an if statement. Yeah. It helps. Yeah. So the jump statements used to jump on a specific statement by breaking the current flow. Yeah. So it will break the current flow and move out of the statements. So usually jump statements are used to jump out of the flow. Yeah. And there are uh, three types which you need to look at. First is break. Then we have continue. We'll look at the details once we move ahead in this control flow statements. And last is the pass. Yeah, pass statement. So these are various type of statements in control flow. So first is the decisions making statement, which will decide where a particular statement will move on to after looking at the condition. loop, it will keep on reiterating the program unless and until it completes the loop or it breaks out of the loop having a jump statement. Yeah. So these are various types of statements in control flow, which we'll look in a further videos. Yeah, with examples. Thank you so much.